Hello and welcome. This is Tanya Brown, your spiritual business coach. And today I want to talk to you about how procrastination and what I learned about procrastination as an entrepreneur and how I'm using this to benefit me in 2021. Here's the thing. The heart of procrastination is fear. Fear equals false evidence appearing real. Our minds have a tendency to make us believe the worst case scenario. We start to go from 0 to 60 and start in basically 2 seconds flat. And I think this past year taught us a lot of stuff about ourselves because we were kind of forced to stop, pause, and look inward. And one of the things that I realized when it comes to fear is if you demystify it, you learn that there's a lot of lies in there. Like this past summer, I know a lot of you were worried about losing your job, losing benefits, losing various items that you held dear previously and you didn't focus on. And the thing that I felt strongly was this was a really good opportunity to delve into things that we were kind of putting on the back burner. Meaning that business that you're going to start, that creative project you were working at, that idea that you wanted to flourish. I, as well as all of you, started to just kind of move towards the items that I was procrastinating on. I found myself hitting yes on many things that I was previously on the fence about. There was one thing that I pulled the trigger on and I felt excited about it, but I was so incredibly nervous. And I'll never forget, I was just sitting around going back and forth in my mind, like, should I, shouldn't I? And, again, as I'm psychic and I'm a clairvoyant, but that being said, I also have my own self-doubts when it comes to reading myself. And as I was going back and forth with this, I literally heard in my head, what are you, chicken? And in that moment, I was just like, no, you're right. These are my guides basically nudging me along because they know that I'm chicken or afraid or I was fearing doing this, because a lot of us procrastinate because it gives us an excuse not to excel. Now, what does that mean? If I don't try something, I can't fail. Think about that. I'm not a failure if I didn't try. Now, the other side of that is not looking at failure as failure. It's a lesson. I love the idea that Thomas Alva Edison had so many trips, or in other people's mind, failures, but until he discovered, the secret to electricity and the light bulb. He looked at these as lessons. He didn't look at them as failures. He looked at them as items to check off that didn't work, so on to the next thing. And that's, as an entrepreneur, that's the best way for you to look at your business as a science-based, looking at this as a puzzle to see what's working, what's not working, looking at the algorithm of it all. How is this working for you? What's not working? Okay, you know what? It's not a failure if it's not working. Maybe you need to rejudge that aspect to get it to work. I can't tell you how many times I had ideas for things that I'm currently doing now that did not take off when I tried it a while ago. And by a while ago, I would say like a year or two ago. Literally, I had ideas for this. I'm like, this is perfect, this is great, and it would be fun. Crickets. Absolutely crickets. But I ended up rejudge the idea, circling back to it, and it's one of the aspects of my business that I do now. And it's an easy aspect of my business that I don't have to fight to find clients or get bookings or any of that nature. So it's about being in alignment with what you want, not procrastinating, and examining why are you afraid to get started. Why do you look at it as failure when it's actually a learning aspect? There's no failure in it. It's all about discovery and growth. And it's all about looking at what's working for you, maximizing it, And then the things that are not working for you, just cutting that out, you know? Here's the thing, bringing more fun and joy into your business and looking at it as something to be examined every now and then, to see what's working, see what's connecting, and being truly in alignment and not using procrastination as an excuse, because again, it's fear. The fear that if you actually try, you could fail. The fear that if you don't try, you can't fail, But this is all, life is not a dress rehearsal. It's all about taking action, trying, and achieving your goals. Not about letting life pass you by. It's about grabbing the brass ring and going for it and keep moving. So again, this is Tanya Brown, your spiritual business coach. It helps me when you like this video because it helps my algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe because I put out content on a weekly basis. And don't forget to share this with someone you feel that could be a benefit to the content that I provided. Also, don't forget to comment because I love seeing what you guys have to say in the comment section. So again, this is Tanya Brown, your spiritual business coach, and see you on the next video.